Hello, welcome to HTML5 tutorials, chapter 8, HTML5 new semantic elements, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn about the new semantic elements in HTML5. So first let us understand the word semantic. Semantics is the study of meaning of the words and phrases in a language. So in HTML world, the semantic elements, it refers to element with a particular meaning. Okay, so what are semantic elements? Semantic elements clearly describes its meaning to both the browser as well as to the developer. For example, we have a non-semantic elements like div and span tells nothing about its content. Okay, and it has its own importance, but it does not tell like what content it's going to store in it. Okay, that's called non-semantic elements. And coming to semantic elements, we have tags like form, table and article. Okay, this clearly describes like inside the form we are going to store application form or something like that, but inside the table we are going to store a data in the table of form. Okay, and in the article, okay, this tells like this article tag is going to store, is going to encrypt some article in it. So this is having a meaning, okay, which gives a complete meaning to the developer as well as to the browser. So those type of elements which give a complete meaning to the developer as well as to the browser, okay, those type of elements can be called as semantic elements. Okay, that's what they tell you, clearly defines its content. Okay, that is what the semantic element is. So HTML5 come up with few semantic elements, and here is a list of them. Why do we need a semantic elements? Keep in mind, many websites contain HTML code like div, and they have an ID called nav or a class called header and ID called footer to indicate that div element is a navigation div element, and this div element is a header div element, and this div element is a footer element. So HTML5 offers new semantic elements to define different parts of the web page. For example, it is a navbar, or it's a header, or it's a footer, or it's a section. Okay, then we can define it with the particular meaning which give about the tag. Okay, for example, article describes a article section, article tag. Okay, for example, if I want to write some article, then I can make use of this article tag, and I can encrypt that content inside the article tag, which gives a perfect meaning to the developer as well as to the user. Like this is an article tag which encrypts the article in it. For example, footer. Okay, footer can be used to place the content, okay, at the bottom. Okay, that indicates the footer. Okay, and header, okay, we can place the heading things inside the header. And navbar, we can place a list of nav items. So in the sense, navbar can contain the anchor links which help us to navigate from one page to other page. So nav indicates the navbar. And section, okay, a page can contain multiple sections. Okay, it can be an article section, it can be a blog section, something like that. So we can make use of this section tag to represent the sections in our HTML page. So this is what the semantic elements is. Right now we are going to code on all this. Okay, semantic elements: article, details, aside, figure, caption, figure, footer, header, main, navbar and section. Okay, we are going to code on this, and at the end of this session I'm going to show you a web page design with the help of these tags. Okay, and let me come here. Why semantic elements? This is the next question which arises in our mind. With the HTML4, developers use their own ID classes names to style the elements. For example, we take a div element. To the div element we assign a ID, and we give the ID name as header. Okay, that div element contains the heading things. Okay, similarly, header, top, bottom, footer, menu, navigation, main and etc. And this made it impossible for the search engines to identify the correct web page content. Okay, and with the new HTML5 elements, header, footer, navbar, section, article, this will become easier so that engine can search our elements. Okay, the heading elements in the header tag, and the footer inside the footer tag, and nav components inside the navbar, and the section things inside the section tag. Okay, according to W3 Consortium, a semantic web, okay, what it does is it allows data to be shared and reused across applications, enterprises and communities. So what I'll do is I'll show you a demo of all the new semantic elements present in HTML5. Without wasting much time, let me jump into Visual Studio Code, and let me show you a demo of it. So the first tag I'm going to show you is section tag. So let me take a section. So this section element, okay, this section element, what it does is it defines a section in a document. According to W3 consortium HTML5 documentation, a section is a thematic grouping of content, typically with the heading. Okay, and a home page can contain could normally split into multiple sections. For example, this is an introduction section, and this is a content section, and below is the contact section. So at that point of time I can make use of this section tag. So what I'll do is, and section tag can contain heading tags in it or the other tags also. So let me tell like it's WWF. Okay, and let me take a paragraph inside the section tag, and let me paragraph and tell my, let me tell like the worldwide, it's a worldwide fund for nature. Okay, and some text inside it. Now let me push this page to the browser. Let me show you how it renders there. So I need to go to the browser where I've saved it, folder, sorry, and double click on this demo. It's going to open that page respectively, okay, where we have made use of the section tag. So again you can observe here, this entire thing is present inside the section tag. So www, yes, yep, the entire thing is placed inside the section tag. So according to HTML5, the section element defines a section in a document, and a web page can contain multiple sections. This is what the advantage of using this section tag. Okay, and now let me show you a demo of article tag. And keep in mind, so break line, so article tag, so the article tag, article element, semantic element, new element added in HTML5. So the article element, what it does is it specifies independent and self-contained content. An article should make sense on its own, and it should be possible to read it independently from the rest of the website. For example, where an article can be used as, for example, we can use the article in the forum post, or in the blog post we can make use of this article tag, or in the newspaper article. So newspaper can contain multiple articles like sports article, the magazine article, something like that. So this article section can be used in this type of web pages like a blog post or a forum or a newspaper article. So let me show you a simple demo of this. So article tag, it can contain h2 tag, and it tells like Ankpro training. Okay, and let me add a paragraph. So here let me add something like some dummy content, lorem. Let me do Control S, and let me go back and let me refresh. So this is the article section, you can observe here. Okay, it contains the heading and it contains some data in it. So I said you this article element can be used in the forum post, blog post, or the news article. Okay, and now keep in mind, we can nest this article tag in the section, or vice versa. We can nest the section article inside the article also. Okay, that is, it's very simple in the sense I can nest my article tag inside the section tag, and vice versa is also possible. I can nest the section tag inside the article also. Okay, and coming to the next thing is header. Okay, let me show you a demo of header also. So we can add the header inside the article. So let me remove this. So suppose if this article has multiple headers, multiple heading tags, so this is the header, and I can paste this h2 inside this header tag. So it describes like all the heading tags are present inside this header tag. Okay, and another paragraph also which tells like it tells like what is the mission and vision to Control S. Let me go back and let me refresh. So you can observe here, we have the heading as well as this paragraph encrypted inside the header tag. So the header element specifies a header for a document or a section. So the header tag can be used in the section tag or article tag. Okay, that header tag specifies a header for a document or a section. This is the advantage of using this header tag. And we have something called footer. So let me show you a demo of that also. It's here, the footer. Let me show you a demo of that also. So let me jump here, Visual Studio Code, and let me add a footer tag. So inside the footer I can tell like how do we post it in a blog. So let me encrypt like that, let me tell you like that. So here let me tell like this post, this blog posted by Ankpro training. It was done by Ankpro training. And also I can tell like you can, for further things you can refer the contact information. Let me add a contact information here too. uh, Contact information. So let me add some address here, ABC and 577546, some pin code. So let me do control S, let me go back and let me refresh. You can observe here the footer, it contains like this, posted by Ankpro training, and the contact information is ABC, some pin code. So the footer element, what it does is it specifies, okay, it specifies a footer for a document, okay, with a particular meaning. Okay, instead of this footer, earlier days what they used to do is we used to take a div element, and inside the div element, okay, I need to add a ID, and to that ID I need to specify this div element is of footer section. So instead of that, now we have a tag for footer itself. Okay, that is the advantage of using it. Okay, and this is a footer section, and this is article section, and this is a section. Okay, section part, sorry. Okay, this is the advantage of using these type of tags. Okay, and now we have something called nav. Okay, let me show you a demo of it. So let me jump here, inside the nav. So I'm going to take href. I'm going to specify slash, I'm going to specify it as HTML. So now we are going to define a nav bar with the help of semantic element, that is nav tag. So here it is, CSS and CSS3. Now let me go back and let me refresh. This nav tag is going to create as a nav bar. You can observe here. Okay, these elements are in line. Okay, lying next to each other. Okay, that thing is encrypted, but encrypted inside this. Okay, this tag, that is nav tag. So whatever you enter inside the nav tag, okay, it just displays them in line. Okay, that is the advantage of using this nav tag, and it clearly gives you a meaning. With the help of this tag only we will get a meaning, like this section is of nav tag, in the sense nav bar. So it is a collection of anchor links where it helps us to navigate from one web page to other web page. Okay, and apart from that we have something called aside. Okay, aside tag, and let me show you a demo of that also. So let me navigate here, aside, or let me take something like, yes, ASID, aside is my tag. So it's a new HTML5 element. Let me add a heading like some dummy content here, and after that let me add a paragraph. So it's going to give us paragraph with the dummy content. This is what I've done in my aside tag. So let me go back and let me refresh it. Let me show you how it renders. So this is what the aside tag is. Okay, if you want to place the content aside, okay, either to the left or to the right, then I can make use of this aside. Okay, the aside element defines some content aside from the content it is placed in, like a sidebar. Okay, earlier how we used to build the sidebar, similarly, okay, the aside element defines some content aside from the content it's placed in. Okay, so this is what about the aside tag is, and let me show you figure caption and figure. So what this HTML5 new elements does is, the purpose of the figure caption and the figure is, the purpose of figure caption is to add a visual explanation to an image. Okay, and let me show you how it works. So what I'll do is, let me take a figure tag. So inside that, let me take a image. So let me copy one image. As of now, we don't have a image. So what I'll do is, let me navigate here. So let me take one image somewhere here, and let me copy this, and let me come back and let me paste it here. And here is my image. So let me go back to my folder, and here I have image. Let me copy the path of it. I'll give the path of that image. So let me do Ctrl S. Let me go back and let me refresh. Here you can observe we are getting an image, but we have not made use of the figure caption. Let me show you how figure caption is going to work. Okay, here below that I'm going to specify figure caption. Sorry, it's figure caption. So here I'm going to specify this is figure 1. Okay, the arrow image. The arrow image. Let me do Ctrl S. Let me go back and let me refresh. Okay, you can observe here below that image we are getting a figure caption telling like figure 1, this is arrow image. This is the advantage of using the figure and figure caption. The purpose of figure caption is to add a visual explanation to this image. Okay, and this is what the advantage of using all this semantic elements present here. Okay, I hope you understood the advantage of using the semantic elements. It gives a perfect meaning to the developer as well as to the web engine. Okay, and this is why we have to use the semantic elements. And apart from that, I would like to tell you, like, I have a page. Okay, see, right now we have made use of these tags, but the thing what we understood from here is, okay, these tags have a perfect meaning and they describe the importance of them. For example, this is a section, this is an article, and this is a footer, and this is a navbar. But what if we apply a perfect CSS and let me make them align? Now you can observe here they are not aligned properly, or we are not applied any CSS. But what if we apply perfect CSS and display them very clearly? So I have a simple demo. What I've done is I've already built HTML page. You can observe here very clearly. Okay, here you can observe we have a section tag used and a header tag and section, and within the section we have article tags. Okay, and again I have a article, and inside the article I have a section. Okay, keep in mind article and section, they can be placed inside and vice versa is possible. Okay, and we have a footer. I've made use of all these things, and I have written bit of CSS. Okay, let me show you the CSS also. Here is my CSS written for the HTML div span and article section. Okay, and bit of styles written, you can observe very clearly. Okay, let me remove this. I've written it for the backward compatible with other browsers also, and here you can observe very clearly I've written bit of styles. So let me remove this. Okay, let me remove this also. So this is what the advantage of using this. Okay, what I've done is I've made use of my semantic elements in my page, that is section. You can observe here this is header, and this is section, and this is footer. So this is the advantage of using this. This is footer, section, and this is the basics CSS what I've written to this semantic elements what I'm using right now. Let me do Ctrl S. So what I'll do is let me refresh the page. So let me execute that page. The page name is semantic.html. The semantic.html. You can observe here this is what the page I've used. This is the page built with the help of semantic elements. Okay, I repeat, this is the page built with help of semantic elements. You can observe here very clearly this is a section tag, header tag, and the articles and the section, and here again the footer. So what I've done is I've made use of the semantic elements. I've written a bit of CSS. So when I execute this page, this is the output we are going to get. Okay, this is the header. Okay, this is aside or section, and this is the section again. Inside that we have articles, and this is the footer. So this gives a complete meaning. Suppose if I need to if someone reads this like this tag, okay, you'll come to know this is a footer element, and someone reads this one, you'll come to know this is a section element. This is what the advantage of using this, okay, the semantic elements. I hope you understood with the semantic elements, and also we learned like why we have to use the semantic elements. So finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further reference, refer our website. We're on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.